One of the most important things we can do for our children is to help them cultivate two qualities: observation and interest, which are actually interrelated. My dear master Babuji Maharaj, he said fundamental element in education is encouraging interest and observation amongst children. One of the most important things we can do for our children is to help them cultivate two qualities: observation and interest, which are actually interrelated. Taking interest often comes first, as the more interest you take, the more you will observe. But there is also a positive feedback loop, as the more you observe, the more interest you generate. Here is a step by step progression of simple activities to encourage children to take interest and observe. Number one, to me, it's to become a role model. Children take interest when you are interested, especially small children. They watch, they catch your interest and start to observe, and this indirect interest creates a destiny. When they are older, it's a different matter. They take interest based on their own inner voice. Okay. Number two will be exercise their senses, all five senses, and their intuition by asking them questions. From the age of 2 onwards, encourage them to listen. Sit quietly with your little ones and ask them to observe what is happening around them. You ask them, do you hear birds? How many birds do you hear? Third aspect is to help them develop a sense of direction. When I take my 2.5-year-old granddaughter for a walk, sometimes I take her to the terrace upstairs and ask, is it morning or evening? Initially, I made 2 lines. When the sun is on one side, it is the morning. And when the sun is on the other side, it is the evening. Now, she doesn't use the lines anymore on the terrace. She is able to say, the sun will rise on this side. And she would say, the sun will set on this side. Her sense of direction has developed from a very early age. Next level, taking interest in the meaning of conversations. When you visit friends, afterwards ask your children questions like, what did you see? From which direction did we enter? From the east or the north? What were the children talking about? Number 5 on the list would be to pay attention to senses in everyday life. Let them experience the different fragrances of various flowers. Let them touch the different leaves in the garden as well as the fabrics in your home, the curtains, the towels, the clothes, etc. Encourage them to feel so that they learn to differentiate through their senses of touch. Number 6 on the list would be encourage creativity and originality. Some children like to draw, paint, or make things. Every child is different. They have a tremendous level of creativity. We need to just simply nurture it. Number 7 on the list would be to teach them inner observation, to explore feelings, emotions, and moods. Expose them at a very early age to their emotions and moods. Of course, they do see and feel all those things, but we have to highlight them. We have to help them highlight each emotion and mood. Some emotions affect them to the extent of physically making them tired. For example, when they cry, afterwards they may realize, oh, I feel very tired. By asking them, you're highlighting these moods. Number 8, help them to focus on their inner state. When they are tired and you ask, are you tired? They'll answer yes. They will know the feeling of tiredness and be able to express it later. When they are fresh and happy and you ask, how does it feel to feel really fresh? It also registers with their inner trans-sensory faculties. Asking specific question at the right time hits the mark. Number 9 on the list, observe breathing and energy patterns. With teenagers, especially, ask them to observe their breathing patterns. Are you breathing fast or slow? What is the pattern of your breathing when you are happy? And when you are happy, which nostril is dominant at various times of the day? Don't give answers. Let them observe and note it in their journal. They can then study the patterns. Next, they can learn to observe whether they are radiating or absorbing energy at any given moment, especially once they begin to meditate. This is a subtler thing once again, and very few will be able to identify this inflow and outflow of energy. But it's very important that we learn that. Number 10 on the list would be to go deeper within and become aware of our emptiness. When they have learned to meditate, ask them, as you go deeper, observe the emptiness within you. How empty are you? At this stage, they are transcending feelings. In essence, let's see how we can inspire them to take interest in various aspects of life. When they take interest, they will observe. And through observation, they'll finally conclude. Thank you for listening. Namaste.